Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the Dude. He will just be known as the Dude. We're kicking things off with a Shuffler special. We've got a pair of tap lands as our mana sources, but at least we have two of each of our colors. All we need is a third land to get ourselves into contention. Keep your pants on. We draw a Swamp as our first draw of the game. We'll be able to get our Horn of Plenty on schedule. Another land draw, and that ensures we get to 5 mana. We're just 1 short of being able to play Lily and 2 short for the seminar. We've drawn lands 3 turns in a row. Normally that's a bad sign, but here that means we will be able to play out everything in our deck. The pants will not come off. They hit our Cornucopia with a No More Lies. With the lands we have, we're only going to miss the life gain. Check that out. They are the ones stuck on 3 lands. They didn't like the idea of us having such a big mana advantage, but drawing our stone means we can drop it in. We've still accelerated ourselves, even if it means we don't gain life when we play out our cards. They fire off a consult during our attack step. Without paying the kicker, that gets them only 1 card out of their top 3. Once they figure out what they want, we'll drop a momentum breaker and make them toss a card. Our land draws continue. Some real ammo from time to time would be nice. We'll go with the other momentum breaker this turn. Once we have the mana, we can harness the Mind Stone and blink a breaker to make them toss cards the rest of the game. They are having trouble swallowing this one. Don't worry, bro. We can help you eat it. Open up a little wider. There you go. Whoever designed the Mind Stone is a diabolical genius. There's so many uses for it, and they're nearly all close to being broco. They squeeze out some north wind. As long as it doesn't blow in our direction, we should be fine. I have to admit, I forgot to bring my gas mask. What do you think they might be getting? They don't even have a clue what we might be up to. We draw a Ral, but we have to go with Lily here. We can use her to blow away their Breakwind avatar, and it'll vanish like a fart in the wind.
I am the master here. You've reached an undead end.
Lily soaks up a Get Lost. We don't mind losing her to a removal. The seminar will get her back. We just need to wait for an opportune moment to unleash our weapon. We'll harness the power of our Mind Stone this turn. With it, we can start depleting their hand. They don't need all those cards anyways. Now you see it, and now you don't. And then, just like that, it comes back to haunt you. Defend yourself, bro. Squeeze out more wind. Do what you do best. Come on. I believe in you. They squeeze out more north wind. We're in the west, so we're okay. We draw a Rise of Sozin, which is great. We can play it out, and the breaker will keep making them toss cards. An alternate line is to drop in Ral this turn, or we could even go with the Seminar since they are tapped out. But the Rise of Sozin will let us name a card, and we can see what they have in hand. I like that. They play out a Kin Binding, which is probably what they grabbed when they broke wind. Seems good. They tossed one out, so now we'll eliminate their key card from ever seeing play this game. They have a counter in hand. That's worth noting. Their Revelation is the only card we have to worry about, and we're removing those. Our pants will remain on. They are tapped, so we can fire off our Seminar this turn, and we can crack their skull with Lily.
This isn't your average zombie horde. Impressive, isn't it? Don't speak ill of the undead.
Let's see what they will toss when we blink the breaker. We could also blink Lily to reset her loyalty back to 6. Or even blink the Rise of Sozin, but making them toss a card feels like the right play. They drop in a scry land and they have to think about this one. Their main win con is gone. What do they have left? Men? Hopes and dreams? Windbreaking? Yeah, that has to be it. There's the Emeritus. Surely that should let them get some damages in, right? We have nothing to get back with the Seminar. Those are some real problems. Ral is our play this turn. His Surveil should help us improve our draws.
Most brilliant mind on Ravnica is prepare.
On top, we have a Viv and a Horn of Plenty. We'll take both, but let's get Viv first. She can snipe their kin binding, and that will end their offensive capabilities. They fire off their Ancestral Recall to get 3 fresh ones. But their main weapon is gone, and we can just dismantle the rest of their deck by blinking Sozin.
No way but my way. Time to get my hands dirty.
They fire off a Consult for 8 this time. And with Kicker, I wonder if they forgot that we eliminated their Revelations. Those are toast with too much butter. They remembered. That's GG's Extra Sozin Cheese. This is Gary Glitter. No wait, it's Jack You Loops. It's the failed Fruit Loops cereal that tastes like sweaty socks. We get a 3-lander this time with double Prof. Not the best hand, but it could be worse. We do have a couple of defensive measures, and the Prof has a removal ability. Keep your pants on. The opponent hits us with a tactics right off the bat, but the joke is on them. They basically duress themselves. Nice one, bro. Very nice. We draw a second passage and we'll play it out. We must get a plains with it. Then we'll have at least one of each of our colors. Oppo is crying about his tactics being useless. That's not all that is useless, bro. We'll drop in our authority this turn. The breaker needs to be used as a piece of removal. That's what we value more, and not just a way to make them toss a card. They go with a stoppable slasher. He likes it when we pull the E-break and everything comes to a stop. We draw a tap land, and this turn is the perfect time to play it, since we're going with the breaker to delay their slasher. It's only a delay, but it's part of the way to putting a stop to the Greasy Fiend. They go with an Annex. Just when you thought Demon Black had kissed their collective booties goodbye for good, they come right back to do it again. It's time for the Prof to get in there, and he'll make sure their slasher won't be a pain in our pants.
Class is now in session. This is merciful.
They smash our Prof for being way too good. I would have expected nothing less. But that's okay, we have a backup Prof. We can still teach some lessons up in here. No way, we drew a Mind Stone. We have enough mana to play it out and follow up with the Prof Part 2. Players love to go for his ultimate and use his life gain ability right away, but that's not how we roll on the Shark side. We're out to shark 'em. and instead we'll draw. We want our weapons. The life gain part can wait. They fire off another tactics, but that card is still useless. Try again, bro. Try harder. Nope, that's it. That's all they can squeeze out right now. Constipation is such an evil mistress. In a 3-color deck, the passage is so good. It will fix our colors and it also thins out our deck. Then we can draw with the prof. That's a talent. We can level it up all the way to level 3, and our Planeswalker friends can show up with double their starting loyalty. The beatings we'll be able to deliver will be off the chain. They drop in a Bloodletter. Their Drain combo is a go, at least until we snipe their Bloodletter. Speaking of snipe, we draw a Wrath. I had to change the art. The spider flop art is so awful. It was breaking my mind. There are several ways to go here. We can have the prof take their Bloodletter out, or we can fire off the Wrath, or we can harness the Mind Stone and blink the Breaker. Out of these, I like using the prof to draw. The Mind Stone can fix their wagon.
Learn something useful.
Bro, you have to sacrifice something. They chose the Bloodletter. That's such a shame. They're still trying to work that tactics, but it hits nothing but air. When you fail this spectacularly, usually something blows up as well. No, nothing? We'll keep trying, don't worry, Oppo. They try another slasher. The first one worked so well, this one surely will be able to keep its pants on. We draw our second breaker, and that will be the end of their slasher nanigans. It could not keep its pants stain-free after all. The slasher says he's going home to scrape out his shorts. Okay, bro. We'll smell you later. The prof draws us into a Rise of Sozin. We're about to bust this game wide open. With a fully leveled up talent, we get to name a card right away. Let the cheese flow like wine. We're going straight to the Annex. That's the only thing that can even hurt us. Their men are useless now. Their discard is useless. Their removals are useless. Oppo brought a bunch of useless cards to a fight. We'll blink our Rise of Sozin for another round of chaos. The end is nigh. Oppo says he has to go home to scrape out his shorts. That's GG's. Extra Sozin and Prof Cheese. This is Creature Feature. The correctly spelled form is already taken, so he has to be weird. Hot Dog, we get a 3-lander with an excellent mix of cards. We are dealing with suboptimal lands to start, but that's our only problem. Keep your pants on. A second Mind Stone is not an excellent draw, but that's fine. Our deck thrives when we have one in play, and it's better to get at least one than to go an entire game without seeing one. We draw a Breaker, which is an excellent card to blink, but this turn we want to go with the stone, then follow up with the talent. They eyeball our authority, then power out a stock up. They tossed a lesson. That's a good thing to keep in mind. We draw a passage, and we'll crack it right away. Then we can take our talent all the way up to level 3. That will be great when we start to earthbend lands or when we drop in our Ral. They squeeze out a tablet. It is the darling of every Jeskai control deck. Good thing for us, we don't just roll over for these guys. Keep your clown suit on though, bro. It's good to see the makeup also. They stock up again. We're probably well on our way to Revelation City. Can we stop the bus for a potty break? Asking for a friend. Wait. We have enough mana to drop in the Horn of Plenty, then we can follow up with Ral. This is gonna be tasty. On top, we have a second Ral and a Lily. I'm not quite sure what they might have for our team of wizards, so we'll hang on to the second Ral, but we want Lily next. They go with another tablet. They're squeezing them out by the handful. Bro, squeeze out an iPad for me. They fire off an inevitable defeat to take out our Ral. You just had to know they'd have something. That's okay, that is exactly why we kept the second Ral. They are fully tapped, so Lily is going to make them eat a pain sandwich with a side of pain. They can't lie and say they saw this coming. I'm sure they wouldn't have tapped out if they had a clue. Oppo is going down to just one of each permanent type. Good luck with that. They hit Lily with a sear, but the damage has been done. And we still have our boy Ral coming up yet again.
Death nears. Time to go.
On top, we have a Viv and a Rise of Sozin. Those are both excellent, but let's get Viv first. She can snipe their remaining tablet and hurt them deep down in the seat of their pants. Ral will give us turns. Enough to shut them out of the game. Well, hopefully. That's 3 heads. We're getting another 3 turns while Oppo gets to watch. Bro has become a spectator to his own demise. They blow out their Trow. They didn't want to go down to just 3 mana. That's GG's extra Ral and Lily cheese. This is our boy Yoshi. How is Mario doing these days? Still plumbing? We get a shuffler special. And on top of that, we are on the play. Keeping these are a lot easier when we're on the draw. On the bright side, a 3rd land unlocks the majority of our deck thanks to the cornucopias. Keep your hopes up. They play out a Storm Chaser's talent. It's one of those bros. We draw a Plains, so we're in the mix. We'll be able to fire off our sweeper, and by the time we get there, we might need it. They tap out for a show-off. It's more of an aggro, is it, then? We draw another Rise of Sozin, and all we need is another mana source to be able to fire it off. It's just so good. We wipe their men, and we wipe a card right out of their deck. They go with another show-off, then follow up with a second talent. That does tap them out. We draw a third plains, and that is enough for us to fire off the Wrath. They invested so much into their board, but it is all going away. They ran out of men. They have to go with their card draw to get themselves some action. Even Izzet doesn't like to hold cards in hand in the face of potential board wipes. Just play it all out, am I right, bro? We draw a Ral. We'll play out the second Horn of Plenty, then follow up with Ral. A Rise of Sozin would have been great here, but we don't have the mana for one. If they are more of an aggro build, they likely don't have counters. Their blue is all for card draw. You can't fool us, bro.
One good speech can become. Opportunities are...
On top, we have a land and a second Ral. We'll go ahead and bin the Ral, but we'll take the land. That will get us to 7, and that's enough to play everything in our deck. They giddy up, then immediately fire off and opt for that special sweet pump that their horse loves so much. They finally stop horsing around and bounce a talent back to their hand. Such a powerful move, bro. I'm not sure if I should concede right now or wait a few seconds. So amazing, we haven't seen that before. They send their horse-faced killer, but they decline to take out Ral. Mistakes have been made. The Rise of Sozin will take care of their 4-legged motorcycle. Then we can surveil.
Choose your words carefully.
On top, we have a prof and an angry outhouse. The porta potty might be ticked off, but we need the prof first. They replay their talent. Instead of doing this ridiculous thing where they bounce it back to their hand, they should just level it up all the way. They have the 6 mana for it. Horrible strategies will always be horrible. They returned the boomerang back to their hand, and they let the auto-tapper kick them in the crotch. Nice one, bro. Very nice. Sozin will take care of those boomerangs. That's like their primary strategy removed from this game as an option. Bro won't know what to do now. On top, we have a plains under the outhouse. We have more than enough white mana, so we'll dump the plains in an early grave. The second Rise of Sozin is up next. Wiping cards out of their deck is one of our strongest moves, and we get to do it again next turn. They level up their second talent to get back a card draw spell. It's like that third level is invisible to them. They should have leveled it up as soon as they had the mana to get to level 3. This time we'll end the flow state nonsense. From here on out, they will be running on hopes and dreams.
My job is to teach.
On top, we have an authority and a Kaya. We'll take both, and in that order. The prof can draw us the authority, and all their hasty men will have to eat pasta before they can swing in.
Learn something useful.
They finally level up a talent to level 3. That would have been a move to make, like 4 turns ago. They blow their pants out, and that's GG's. Extra cheese. This is Deep Sea K. He likes it deep, right in his sea. We get a mono-green shuffler special. The mix of cards is great, but we have only one play with the lands we have. We got lucky last time. Let's not push it this game. Mull. Then we get a Golgari 4-lander with 3 cards that all require white. The shuffler is the worst opponent to have to fight. Keep. We'll send the authority on down. Kaya can help us with her surveil ability, and the Mind Stone is so good we have to keep it. They go with a scavenger right away. It amazes me players are still trying to get somewhere with this deck. Everyone knows their battle plan as soon as they drop their first guy. We draw a passage, and that will get us our white mana. We have a chance, boys. They drop in more men. Just dropping in cards and mostly ignore what the opponent is doing. That's how to get the W. Now that they're done dropping their Trow, we'll go fetch out a Plains. With the stone in play, we've nearly managed to get ourselves 2 of each of our colors, and we started the game with 0 white. They throw down a butt-cheek armor. Gotta protect the vital parts, am I right, bro? They load up one guy. They are not even trying to optimize their damage. They clearly think they've got it in the bag. So easy even a Sharkman could do it, right, bro? We draw a breaker, but we're going with Kaya here. We can have her make a token, and we can block up to keep ourselves alive. If we can drop in our Rise of Sozin, we'll reset their board back to 0. They play out a boob armor. Gotta protect the vital areas, am I right, bro? This time they do spread the pump around. They follow up with another guy. You love to see it. You can always count on the players of this deck to throw all their cards down without care of what might happen. They send it, but they're going after Kaya. We figured we might lose her, but we were after protecting our life total. As long as we get another turn, whatever happens here is fine. Our pants will still be on. We'll block. The token is going away when the Rise of Sozin breaks their board, and we might as well save ourselves the 2-point hit. Fire in the mono-white enchantments hole. Good luck coming back from this, bro. An awful deck is still awful. It might be time to try something else. They are probably downloading brown right into their Trow right now. That's what I thought. That's GG's. No cheese needed. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.